In this short training video, I am going to share with you how to streamline your sales process and automate 70 to 80% of your marketing. So this is what I call a semi-passive income funnel, or really a hybrid funnel. So there are two camps. There are people who launch all the time, they are actively posting, they are actively selling, and then you have the other camp, which is evergreen. People are consistently coming into their funnel, and it's a little bit more hands off. So, with what I'm going to be sharing with you today, we're actually putting these two concepts together so that you can have a lot of your stuff automated, but still have that high touch connection with your clients. So I'm going to break this down as simply as possible and show you how to streamline the sales process with the Freedom Income Formula and why this is different than Evergreen and why it's different than launching all the time. So essentially you're going to start here in the beginning with what I call content chips and an email bribe. So this is your free content. This is content that you are putting out on social media platforms. This is maybe an ad that you're running. This is maybe content that you're doing within a collaboration or a partnership, and also your lead magnet, which I like to call an email bribe, because essentially what we want to do is bribe people, in a good way of course, to get on our email list. It is very personal for someone to allow you in their inbox, so we want to make sure that we are offering something of value in exchange for that. So the combination of your content chips are leading to your lead magnet, aka your email bribe. These should be high impact posts. They should be positioning you as an authority. They should be, not just necessarily storytelling, but they should be really positioning you as having something for sale that is the solution to their problem. Now, there are, I believe I have 10 different types of content chips and 10 different types of content that you should be rotating and putting out. But again, this can all be automated. We'll get back to that later. So that's the first step. We want to reel people in or attract them with our free content, get them on our email list. And then the next thing we're going to do is jump into a gateway offer. So the gateway offer is something that's less than $100. I really find the sweet spot is between 22 and let's say 47. You can go up to $97 here, and you can go as low as $7. But the gateway offer essentially is going to pull people from who just subscribed from your email bribe as buyers. So essentially we're pulling a list of buyers from the quote unquote interested people who said yes to your free content and who said yes to your lead magnet. This is really going to determine if these people are action takers, if they are actively looking for a solution, and if they are investment minded, meaning they are ready to invest to solve whatever problem they have. So because of that, you want to make sure that the content that you're putting out, the free content, the lead magnet, is a lead into that gateway offer. What I see a lot happen is people have a lead magnet that sounds good, it feels good, but it doesn't actually solve a problem. It doesn't actually give the person a solution. It doesn't actually give them an aha or a breakthrough. And then they don't ever become a buyer down the road because they feel like you can't help them. So when you're thinking about your free content and even your gateway offer, you want to think about, how can I solve a problem? Now, if you are in a space that has a little bit more of intangible outcomes, so if you're more in the spiritual world or healing, you may not have a quote unquote solution in a PDF or in a meditation that you send them as a gateway offer. But what you can do is give them some sort of breakthrough or some sort of aha that kind of opens the door to, like, oh, wow, this is the path that I need to take in order to solve whatever the problem is that you solve. So content chips is your free content. Gateway offer is anything under $100. And then we're going to move into the fast track experience. And the reason why I have this highlighted in gold is because this is the piece that, in my proprietary process, makes it different than every other funnel. So most people are trying to get people from either their free content or an ad to buy a low cost offer, and then they want to move people straight from this low cost offer, $22, $33, right into high ticket. Now, if your high ticket is $5,000, $10,000, that's probably not going to work because you haven't broken down the resistance and you haven't actually shown them why you are the solution to their problem. So how we fix that is with what I call a fast track experience. So this is going to be something that is paid. I feel like the sweet spot here is between 200 and 500. It doesn't even really matter if your high ticket is 2,000, 5,000, or 10,000. I feel like the sweet spot is just an easy yes. But this has to be very specific. This has to solve a specific problem. This has to give them something tangible that they can move forward with, and then also create a gap of what's next. What's next, obviously, is going to be your high ticket. So going back to the fast track experience, the way I like to describe this is it's similar to a challenge. So think about challenges that you've done, free challenges, except this one is paid. And not only is it paid, but it's also very specific. Specificity sells here because you want to bring people into something that is a couple days long. It could be 3 days long. It could be up to 5 days. I wouldn't do any more than that. But that is your fast track experience. That is where they get to work with you. They get to see what it's like to work with you, how you operate. They get to see if they like your vibe. They get to see if, hey, I spent a few days with this person and I got a result, or I got a breakthrough, or I have more awareness around something. So the fast track experience is really the most important piece in this entire funnel. Now, depending on your niche or what it is that you offer, a challenge type fast track experience may not be an option for you. So in that case, it could potentially be some sort of VIP call. It could be an audit. I have had clients who don't want to add more things to their schedule, so they will do like a little Telegram group. But the idea here, again, is for them to get a taste of what it's like to actually work with you, to actually get a result from working with you. And this should be an easy yes. And then the next step is your high ticket. So once they've gone through that fast track experience, we want to upsell them into high ticket. So that could be your one-on-one. It could be a premium group program. It could be a mastermind. It could be whatever you want. If you do done for you work, it could also be that as well. Now, the thing that I want you to remember here is typically most people are doing gateway offer, which is like a $22 thing or $47 thing, and then they automatically want to jump to a $5,000 offer. This is the buffer here. So not only is it a buffer and it kind of reduces the resistance, but also what this does is the conversions are way, way, way higher. So let's say, what is the percentage of people, if you had 100 people buy your $22 offer, how many of those people are going to end up $5,000 clients? Probably not many. Maybe 1%, maybe 2%, maybe if you're lucky, 10%. Now, introducing the fast track experience in there, we have had conversions as high as 40% from the fast track experience to the high ticket buyer. And what's cool about this is you don't need a huge audience and you don't need big numbers in order to really make bank using this system. And I'm about to show you that in a second, what it actually looks like, putting the numbers in there so that you can actually see. You don't need 1 million followers. You don't need, to go viral in order for this to work. The other thing about this process that I love is that you are getting paid every step of the way. So obviously you're not getting paid on your content chips or your lead magnet because those are free offers, but you're getting paid on the back end with your gateway offer. You're getting paid again to host this fast track experience. So it's not like you are doing a free thing and then bringing people into a challenge for free and you're giving them all this stuff for free and then crossing your fingers hoping that they buy your high ticket. We're actually taking them on an experience. We are actually taking them on a journey from finding out about us, liking our content, being attracted to our content, to becoming a buyer, even at a low ticket, to coming into an experience with us, and then converting at a very high rate into a high ticket buyer. Now let me show you what that looks like, even with some small numbers. So I know a lot of people will be like, well, I don't have a lot of people on my list, or I don't have a lot of people in my audience, or, I'm just starting out, or I just I don't have 10,000 people. I don't have 20,000 people. You don't need them. So let's see what this actually looks like. So with your content chips, you have gotten, let's say, 50 people to subscribe to your email. That's pretty good. Even if you're doing this once a month, that's 50 new subscribers every month. Okay, so we're talking small numbers here. And then from those 50 people, 20 of those people purchase your gateway offer. Now, for the purposes of this example, I did a $47 gateway offer. So $47 gateway offer is presented to the 50 people who have subscribed. 20 of them purchase. That's $940, almost $1,000 in your pocket from just offering an upsell from that lead magnet. So this is also really great if you are running ads, because this cost here will offset your ad cost, and that should even out if it's done correctly. Now let's move into the fast track experience. So again, we're looking at pretty small numbers. We started with 50 people who subscribed for free. We're going into 20 people who purchased a $47 offer from that, which again put almost $1,000 in your pocket. Now the fast track experience, let's say we charge $250. That's a little bit on the low end. I typically do like $500 for what I have going on, but $250, it could be $199. But for this particular example, we're gonna do $2,500. I'm sorry, $250. We have 10 people enroll. That's $2,500. So not only are we getting paid here, which would offset the ad cost if you decide to do ads, but we're also getting paid to do this fast track experience, right? And look, it's only 10 people. 10 people enroll, and that's another $2,500 in the bank. So before we even pitch our high ticket, we're already at almost $3,500 just for showcasing our value and giving people a solution to their problems, these kind of micro problems. Now we want to solve the big problem, right? We have these 10 people who have enrolled in the fast track experience. They love what you've done. They have gotten a result. They've gotten a breakthrough. They've gotten an aha. They love how you work. They feel connected to you. So when you make that offer to jump into either the mastermind, the one-on-one, or the premium group, the conversion isn't going to be 10%. The conversion is probably going to be 25, 30, 40, potentially even 50 or higher. In our experiments, we have gotten up to 40% in the conversion from fast track to high ticket. So again, small, out of those 10 people, let's say 40% of those people, 4 of those people enroll and upgrade into your $5,000 offer. So right there is $20,000 in the bank. And you can do all of this within a 2 to 3 week period of time. Essentially, you can run this every single month, which is what we do in our company. So content chips, that's your free thing. You get 50 people to subscribe. Now, obviously, plug in whatever numbers you want to plug in here. If you know you can get 100 subscribers, or you can get 200 subscribers, plug in your numbers here. Same thing with the gateway offer. If you know you can get more people in there, let's say you get 50 people to buy your gateway offer. Fast track experience, maybe you have more than 10, maybe you have 25 people come into that, right? So kind of play around with these numbers and look and see how easy this is. And literally you can run this every month. And I'm going to show you how you can run it every month without running ragged, without burning yourself out, and really having a system to get all of this stuff in place for you. So even with these small numbers, we're able to hit, what is that? Almost $25,000. And really the only thing that you had to do was show up for this fast track experience. So this is another thing that I love, because all of this can be automated. All of this can be automated. This, obviously, you want to show up to live, and the reason why is because you want to have those higher conversions. Obviously, if you took this part out of the funnel, you may convert some people from your gateway offer to the high ticket, but the conversions are going to be very low. So again, this is why I call it a hybrid, because it combines the best of both worlds. You get to automate a good piece of your funnel and then show up live and really create that connection with your people that leads to the higher conversions. So let's see what it looks like to automate 70 to 80% of your sales and marketing without sacrificing high touch connection with your clients. This is the piece that really fuels this particular system. It is that offer where people get to come in and they get to experience what it's like to work with you, and they get, even if it's just a small result, they get something. So this is what the funnel actually looks like. Don't let this overwhelm you. It's actually pretty simple. Again, if we're talking about our lead magnet, which is our free thing, our gateway offer, which is our low cost thing, our intensive, which is the $200 to $500 thing, where we're bringing them into that fast track experience. And then we just pitch the upsell just to the people who are in the intensive. Now, what we're going to automate is the top 2 layers of this funnel. So you're going to put your lead magnet on autopilot. You're going to have an automated upsell right to your gateway. And all of these emails that are going to upsell people, these will also all be automated. From your gateway offer to your fast track experience, all of this will also be automated, which means you can be running this all of the time. And because they're running all of the time, you are consistently bringing in new leads and prospects. You are consistently building your email list. You are consistently nurturing that audience. You are consistently making sales to your gateway offer. Yes, it's not huge sales, but these are small sales that are automated. And if it's done correctly, you could be making multiple sales per day, even when you're not hosting an intensive, even when you're not live selling. So in the Freedom Income Formula, we set all of this up and automate all of this. So all you have to do is show up live to your intensive or the fast track experience, and then to the people who are in the intensive, you're just going to pitch your upsell in real time. So this is how the majority of your stuff is going to be automated, but still have that high touch connection here live. So imagine doing this in a month's period of time. This is always going. So when you're ready to pull the trigger and say, hey, I want to do the fast track experience on this date, you're going to set aside that time for that week or for that date. And that's when you're going to show up live. Everything else is going to be automated. So this is what I love about this, because like I said, you're consistently growing your email list, bringing in prospects, making sales. And then when you're ready, you can just flip the switch and have that fast track experience, and then call in a massive payday with just a handful of people. You don't need a lot of people. So this is exactly what we do inside the Freedom Income Formula. We are going to be doing a live version of this starting in mid-February. And essentially what we're doing is putting everything that I just shared with you together. We are going to enroll 5 high-ticket clients in 3 weeks using this exact buyer-ready content system. Now, obviously, you can take what you learned here in this training and apply it yourself and figure it out yourself. But obviously, it makes sense for you to come into the program because there is nuances to this. The lead magnet has to be done correctly. The content has to be done and speaking to ideal people who are ready to invest. A lot of people don't know how to create the content that brings in people who are actually buyers and who are actually looking to solve a problem that they have. So in the Freedom Income Formula, you will get the entire system, all 4 steps. So that is your lead magnet, your gateway offer, your intensive, and your upsell to high ticket. You get landing page templates, you get graphic templates to promote your offer. You get 5 in-depth training modules that you can go through on your own. You get the step-by-step case study. If you haven't seen that already, that is something that is actually available for free as well. And you also get the email swipe files. Now, in addition to that, I'm really excited to share that in 2025, we are actually powering the Freedom Income Formula with AI. So there are actual, not just prompts. A lot of people are giving prompts now, but there are actually custom GPTs that I built based specifically on this system that are going to help you implement all of this in literally minutes. So you are not going to have to sit here and write all of these emails. All of these emails will be literally written for you. All of the ideas for your lead magnet, your gateway offer, your fast track experience will be written for you. Your pitch upsells are going to be written for you, and it will all be done in record time. Now, with the live version that we're doing that is starting in mid-February, you're also going to get 6 weeks of live support with me. So you'll get live Q&As, hot seat calls, so we can brainstorm. We can look at what your funnel looks like, look at your offers, put it all together, and we'll have obviously a private community, and the sessions are really going to be more implementation sessions, so actually getting this done. So by spring, you can have your semi-passive income funnel fully set up by joining us in the Freedom Income Formula. So I am super excited about this. I'm super excited about the advancements with AI and really helping people execute on these things, because it's like, these are the things that people know they need to have. We know we need to bring people onto our email list. We know we need to nurture them somehow. We know we need to make offers. We need to make sales, right? But this is the system that is going to automate the majority of your marketing and sales and still allow you to enroll 5 high ticket clients every single month. So if you are excited about this too, click on the button here that will give you more information on the Freedom Income Formula. There is a pre-sale right now, special, where you can save $220, and there are also payment plans. So spots are limited. This is really for people who are action takers, who are done with the hustle and grind, who are done doing everything manual, who are done doing launch to launch to launch, and really want to create and put a system in place in their business that guarantees to grow their business, grow their audience, grow their list, and grow their income, obviously. And the great part about it is it's mostly hands off, except for when you're ready to host that fast track experience and call in that big payday.